Hi, so I never film in front of my bookshelves. Bear with me, this is very unusual for me. But today I wanted to do the Do I Have That Book challenge. I've never done this challenge before because it kind of stresses me out, and the thing is I have this bookshelf and then I have another one of these in another room, so I feel like I'm a little bit at a disadvantage with this challenge, but this one holds most of my favorite books. The other one has more like random books that, you know, but there's still a ton over there as well. So we'll see how it goes. I haven't looked at the challenges yet, only at the first one. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I will take the time, but keep in mind that I'll probably have to run to the other room to get to the other bookshelf for a couple of these challenges. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm quite excited and I'm also a little bit scared. So I say let's start the clock and see what we can come up with. Okay, so I just have this on my phone right here. Let's start. Okay, the first challenge is a book with deckled edges, and I have one of those. So there we have it. This was also fit for the next one, a book with 3 or more people on the cover, but I want to choose a second one for that. Let's see if we have one. I think. Well, does this count? It has like 4 people. Okay, I'm gonna do this 3 people on the cover. Okay, that was way too long. Do you have a book based on another fictional story? Oh my god. So like a retelling, I guess. I'm gonna go with this. This has a ton of like fairy tales and stuff. Do you have a book with a title 10 letters long? Nine. It's always 9. Oh my god. 9 again. 9. 10. 10. This is 10. This is 10 if I can take this, if I can count. Okay. Do you have a book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter? Probably have one of those. There we have it. Okay, do you have a Mass Market Paperback? I think that this one counts. I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure. Do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? A pen name. A pen name. I had one, but I got rid of it because I didn't like it, so... Oh, I do have one. I do have one. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, this was already on the unhaul pile, but we found it. Okay, do you have a book with the character's name in the title? I don't think I do. Probably an audiobook, but like, I mean, should I go for the obvious? Oh, yeah, we have that one. No, we don't. I think I'm just gonna go with these, because this title has Morgan Crow in it. Okay, what else? Do you have a book with 2 maps in it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, this one definitely has 2. It has this one and then this one. 2 maps. Okay. Do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna go with this because I only have the, what's it called? The Six of Crows duology on audio, so I'm gonna count this for, you know, the Shadow and Bone series. Do you have a book written by someone who's originally famous for something else, like a celebrity athlete or something like that? Oh my. I'm not good at this game. I'm not. I don't think I have. If I do have one, I don't know about it. But there's a couple I'm interested in. It's mostly like, you know, Graham Norton has a couple of books, but I don't have any of them right now. Do you have a book with a clock on the cover? Oh no. I hate cover questions. I never know what's on the covers. It does not have a clock. So I do not, but I have the next best thing, and that is a book that says clock on the cover. So, oh my god, I'm so slow. Okay, do you have a poetry book? I do. It's right here. Okay, do you have a book with an award stamp on it? It's safe to say that I don't. I usually look for covers that don't have stuff like that, so it's not surprising. Do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? No, I don't. No, I really don't. I have the weirdest initials, and there is one author that has the same initials as me, but I don't own any of her books because I don't actually like them that much, and that is Judith Lennox. But yeah, I don't have any of her books. Do you have a book of short stories? Sure do. Sure do. Do you have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages long? I'm gonna go with this. It is slightly over 510, but it's the closest I can get. Do you have a book that was turned into a movie? Yes, 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 yes. Or maybe I just go with the easy one right there. Okay, and do you have a graphic novel that's in the other room? Or is it here? Do I have one here? No. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. There we go, graphic novel. Do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? I don't think... Oh yeah, this one is with 2 authors. This one. Okay, and that would be all. So let's stop the clock. Come on. Okay, 16 minutes. That's not actually so impressive. Really thought I would be faster. Okay. So let's go through the books and I will go backwards. So the first one is the one with 2 or more authors, and that is The Ethical Slut. This is actually a book about polyamorousness. I don't know how you say that in English, but it's a very interesting book, and I think very interesting to read no matter what kind of relationship you're going for. It also talks a lot about just, you know, talking to each other in relationships, so very helpful. Then for graphic novel, I have this library edition of Persepolis, and I want to read this in August, so I'm very excited about that. I've already read the first half of this, but I haven't read the second half yet, so that's exciting. Then for the movie adaptation, I have The Lord of the Rings. Obviously, this is my copy of The Fellowship of the Ring, and it's my favorite book, so... And then for the 510-ish page book, I have A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is the prequel to The Hunger Games. And honestly, I have not gotten rid of it yet, but I probably will someday. Then for the short stories, I would highly recommend Unbroken. This is a short story collection about disabled teenagers, and a lot of these are mental health, but there's also a couple of like more physical disabilities represented in here, and that's something I'm always on the lookout for. For the poetry book, I have A Spring Harvest by Jeffrey Smith. I never know how to say his name, but he was one of the friends of Tolkien who did not survive the war, so Tolkien published his poetry that he had by his friend, and I thought that was just a very interesting collection, seeing how the poetry shifted throughout the war from being like very romantic and nature-based to more like filled with pain and just the horrors of war. So highly recommend this as well. Then for the clock on the cover, my edition doesn't have a cover anymore. I lost the dust jacket, but this is The Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. And it's also one of my favorite books. And now that I have it in my hand, I really want to reread it. But yeah, I know that this cover had a clock. I just don't have it anymore. So. Then we have the book that was turned into a TV show. As I said, this is, you know, a standby for Six of Crows, which I only have as an audiobook. But yeah, love the kind of whole Grishaverse books, and this series, this duology, is actually my favorite. Then we have the book with two maps, and that's the Silmarillion by Tolkien. The whole Middle-earth world is the one that got me into being interested in maps. So yeah, this one has two maps. I don't actually know. This one is Beleriand, which is obvious. The second one is also Beleriand, so what's different? I don't know. It's just smaller. Okay. I'm not quite sure what the difference would be. But yeah, it's two, so it counts. Then we have the book with the character name and the title. Now this is a bit of a cheat because the actual title is Wondersmith, but then the subtitle is The Calling of Morrigan Crow. So yeah, I love this series. It's one of my favorites, so pick it up if you haven't already. Then we have the author with the pen name. This is Middlemarch by George Eliot, and George Eliot is actually a woman. I don't really remember her name because I'm not good like that. Mary Ann Evans was her real name, but she wanted to write under a male name so that her book would be taken seriously. Then we have the Mass Market Paperback, and it's actually the one I'm reading right now. It's City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. I think this counts. This at least looks like I would imagine a Mass Market Paperback to look like. And I'm really, really enjoying this book so far. Then we have the book that starts and ends with the same letter, and it's Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. Also one of my favorite books. I read this during a very weird time in my life. I was moving and it was just all very stressful. But I remember loving it, and I really want to reread it, so yeah, love this book. Then we have the book with the title with 10 letters, and this again, one of my absolute favorite books. This is Stay With Me by Ayobami Adebayo, and this is a book about a marriage, and I think it's set in Nigeria, and it's fantastic. It's so underrated, so please pick it up. Then we have the book that was based on another fictional story. I chose this short story collection. First of all, it is gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. And then it has a ton of fairy tale retellings in here by like very famous authors as well. And it will always tell you the original fairy tale it was based on down here. So yeah, I really like this collection. Also something I would like to reread someday. Okay, then we have the book with 3 or more people on the cover, and that's the first Morrigan Crow book. We have Morrigan, we have her, like, what do you call that? father figure kind of character, and then basically her stepbrother, but not really. So I love this book so much. I love this series so much. If you have not read Nevermore, read it. And last but not least, the book with deckled edges, We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Again, one of my favorite books, and it has these deckled edges. I don't like them, but I love the cover so much that I didn't mind. So yeah, this is the last book that I've basically read in one day, and it is fantastic. If you like the kind of like gothic horror, just weirdness, then you will definitely like this book. So I hope you enjoyed seeing me struggle a little bit with my bookshelves. It was really fun to do this and kind of explore my book collection with you a little bit. I hope you've seen some books that might be interesting for you as well. I have cat hair all over me, as always when I do these kind of things. So I'm gonna wash my face now. I hope you had a good time. Leave a like or a nice comment if you feel like it, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!